Good morning, guys. Welcome to another 5 minutes of recovery. Just here trying to share my experience, strength, and hope. I thought it would be a good idea to come outside and do a video from outside. And I don't know what's going on, but like I've tried 5 times already. We got dogs, we got fire engines, we got neighbors, we got all kinds of stuff going on out here. So everybody's living their life, right? The living the dream. So what I want to say is I've always I got a disclaimer. I'm not a professional speaker. I don't represent any specific 12-step fellowship. I'm just here sharing my experience, strength, and hope, in the hopes that maybe someone sees one of my videos and seeks help if they have a problem with addiction, right? And so that being said, I was thinking about how like I go through all of these things, like I'm trying to set up this studio in the office that I got in my house, and like I think the most important thing is that I get the content out, right? Because the more people that see my content, the more people that we could reach and help. So that being said, if you like my content, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share it, get it out to as many people as possible. So I want to talk about the disease and how cunning, baffling, and powerful it is. And yesterday I was editing a video on gratitude, and it made me realize, like, so the way that this whole process works, and like it doesn't change, right? And so like the more grateful I am and the more gratitude I have in my life, the better my life goes, the more blessings show up in my life. And so what happens over time is I started to believe that things just come to me. And I know that they do, right? And the reason why I know they do is for a whole nother topic. It's talking about the law of attraction that I also study. And so I believe and I know that things come to me, and so like my life is pretty easy in that sense, right? And so what happens over time is I start to get a little complacent. And so like maybe I'm not being as grateful as I usually am. Like maybe when I get up in the morning and I start praying, I pray for 15 minutes instead of 25 minutes. Maybe instead of meditating for a half hour, I do it for 10 minutes, or I don't do it at all. Lately, I haven't been meditating much at all, right? And so the more that I stop those things, the more the easier it gets to not do them. And the easier it gets how my disease tells me, you're okay. Look, you prayed less and you're still sober. Like, and like that's the go-to, right? And my disease sneaks up on me. It's cunning and it's baffling. And it's really powerful. And so it happens over time. It doesn't happen like overnight, like slowly but surely things start to change, right? I stopped doing the things that I was doing that would making me happy and keeping me sober on a daily basis. And then all of a sudden I'm miserable and I'm doing things that are unacceptable, and I want to drink and I want to get high again. Like, where does that come from? That comes from not practicing the principles in our life. The steps are the principles, right? And or easing off, right? And so like I've learned in the past that you're either going forward or you're moving backwards. There ain't no standing still. And the way that I move forward is seeking that connection with the God of my understanding. And the way I do that is by practicing the steps of my life and being the best person I could be, and trying to be useful to other people in my life and you guys, right? And so that's the way that this whole process works. And if we stop working it, it stops working, right? So my experiences told me that. I had 5 years sober. I stopped working it. It stopped working. I got to a point in my life where I was in so much pain that I thought it was okay to pick up a drink, and fast forward, I wake up in jail. Like, that's my story every single time. So the good thing is that I have a sponsor, which I recommend that you get if you don't have one already. I have a support network, which I got some guys in my life that I talk to on a regular basis. And because of those things, and I'm able to share my life with them because I trust them, what happens is I get to see what's going on in my life, and I get the opportunity to change it. And that's been the process over the last few months, right? And so like, as long as I don't drink, as long as I don't drug, anything else we could fix. And I think that's important that you know, like we're gonna make mistakes along the way. We're not gonna practice this stuff 100% of the time, 100%. You know what I mean? Sometimes I might only put 10% in, but as long as I don't drink a drug, I got a shot at making 20% tomorrow, right? And like that's the message, and that's important. You see what that dog is doing? Look at what my dog is doing. He's crazy, rolling around out there. So, all of that being said, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, share it. Let's get it out. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Hectic, right? I be wearing his shirts all the time, and I don't ever give him a shout out. So if you're interested in recovery-based music, check him out on Spotify. It's definitely worth a listen, man. The guy's got a lot of knowledge in recovery, and he puts out a lot of good music content. So go check out Hectic on YouTube, on Spotify. He's on YouTube also. And with all of that being said, I just want to say that, like, if you're struggling, just know that there's hope, right? Like, we could get and stay sober a day at a time. And I'm going to continue to put out videos, and I'm going to continue to share my experience, strength, and hope, and really just sharing my life journey. And I'd really like for you guys to come along on the journey with me. Like, let's get and stay sober together, because I damn sure can't do it by myself. That's for sure. So I hope that everybody got something out of what I said today, and I hope you enjoy the day, and just have a great day. It's a beautiful day. Look at this. It's a great day to be alive. So be grateful, thankful. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.